We are back. We are back for second half. We are back for second. We are back for second. We are back for second. We are back for second.
Welcome back to our live coverage from the Miami Stadium. Diogo Dalot there is getting ready to come on for Portugal, as is João Neves at the start of the second half. Just waiting for confirmation of the players who will be leaving the field at the break, who are going to be replaced. Just looking around, it may well be Ruben Neves. Wait for confirmation on that. The fourth official is about to put up the board any moment now. Don't think we're going to get any changes for Colombia here at the start of the second half. It is Ruben Neves who is being replaced at the break, and one assumes João Cancelo as well, given that it's Diogo Dalot who is coming on. So that is confirmation of those two changes. João Cancelo and Ruben Neves off, João Neves and Diogo Dalot on. So double change there from Roberto Martinez at the start of this second half.
Yeah, I just wonder if that is to do with maybe some injuries or just trying to change things up a little bit. Get a little bit more control in midfield, certainly with João Neves coming on.
Portugal get us underway at the start of this second half. João Neves on, the youngest player in their squad, but also one of the most important, a double Champions League winner with Paris Saint-Germain, in alongside his club teammate Vitinha now. What a duo they are at the heart of Portugal's midfield. And João Neves, we shouldn't forget, scored the goal to earn the draw in the first game with DR Congo. So away we go as Ronaldo feeds it to Bruno Fernandes. This is Pedro Neto. First touch for Dalot off the bench, the Manchester United player. Goal kick.
Yeah, more positive start to this second half for Portugal, looking to try and get on that front foot. And those changes, seems like a more natural pairing in midfield, doesn't it? João Neves and Vitinha, that understanding, playing club football together, being so dominant for PSG, and of course in the Champions League this season once again.
Cleared away by Davinson Sanchez. John Cordoba chasing hard, beaten to it by Ruben Diaz. Excellent interception by João Neves, but Puerta has it. He takes a bit of knocking off the ball, Gustavo Puerta. Jefferson Lerma looking for Luis Diaz. To Puerta. This is Jefferson Lerma. John Arias. And Santiago Arias away on the far side. Space provided for James Rodriguez. It was nearly the inch-perfect pass that Colombia were looking for. Free kick for the challenge on Vitinha.
Yeah, it's once again James Rodriguez finding that space in midfield. And Portugal continue to allow him to have that time on the ball. He's able to pick out passes. He's so dangerous in those sort of situations.
Well, at the moment, if it stays like this, it will be Colombia taking on Ghana in Kansas City on the 3rd of July, and it would be Portugal facing Croatia in Toronto the day before on the 2nd. Ronaldo getting a little bit hands-on. Puerta. He started all 3 of the games for Colombia. Jefferson Lerma to sit on the bench for Crystal Palace in the UEFA Conference League final when they were 1-0 winners over Rayo Vallecano. Crystal Palace winning a European trophy for the first time this year. Diaz. Machado making a run forward to the edge of the penalty area. Rodriguez, who seems fine after that heavy challenge on him by Nuno Mendes shortly before the interval. That's good news for Colombia. Here he is again. So much of the play goes through him. Lerma keeps hold of it. Sanchez. Terrific support for Colombia here in South Florida. Gustavo Puerta. Little ponderous. Pocket picked by Bruno Fernandes.
Foul,
foul by Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah, Colombia trying to slow the play down as quickly as possible. They knew Portugal was on the break. A bit of frustration there from João Felix.
Dallo, you get away from Diaz. He's got a bit of pace, hasn't he, Diogo Dallo? They'll be looking for him to venture forward in support of Pedro Neto, no doubt. Here comes Ronaldo. Fernandes well forward in the middle. Very confidently dealt with by Colombia and John Arias, and Nuno Mendes across and just brushes the player aside.
Yeah, I think it's really good refereeing. You know, Mendes just uses his body strength. Don't think there's anything in that.
Vitinha. Neto. Is João Neves. Vitinha. Now Pedro Neto, faced by Machado. Feeds it to Dallo in towards João Felix.
Well, it's a big chance. Big chance for João Felix. He knows it as well. Delivering the box from Dallo was excellent. Don't think he realises he's going to get the ball. João Felix kind of just sort of takes a wild swing with his head at it, completely mistimes it off his shoulder.
Encouragement from the touchline from Roberto Martinez. Certainly got the talent if they can find the right blend to go deep into the tournament. You could make the case for either of these two having a good run at this World Cup.
Yeah, both have been set up really well tonight. They've both decided to go for it. not happy to sit back and just play out the result. Obviously, Portugal want to try and finish top of this group.
Dozen attempts on goal from Colombia, 10 from Portugal so far. 5 between them on target. Interesting to see how the pace of this match fares as the minutes go by. There's a real intensity about it in the lead up towards half-time. Strength-sapping conditions here. Jefferson Lerma. Arias. Sanchez couldn't get it past Bruno Fernandes there. This is Lukumi. There's a real up and under for Cordoba to chase, and chase it he does. Cordoba collecting and relieved of the ball by Ruben Diaz, and excellent work from John Arias to reclaim it. Lerma was very ponderous there. Well won back by Bruno Fernandes initially. Vitinha. And now João Felix.
Come on, Joe. Come on,
It's
Felix.
away.
Come on, Bruno.
João
Bruno.
Felix.
No, Bruno.
And just in behind Bruno Fernandes, but it didn't quite reach Ronaldo.
Oh, that was excellent from João Felix. The way in which he takes that ball in his stride was exceptional. Slightly behind him, and then he just pulls it into his path and just leaves Colombia in his wake. I think it's Sanchez trying to get across, couldn't keep up with him. Just sheer pace.
Yeah, he really went through the gears there, didn't he? Put the afterburners on. This is Gustavo Puerta. Very finely balanced as it stands. Colombia would win the group. Portugal will be second. Uzbekistan are still beating DR Congo, which means that they would finish third on 3 points. DR Congo bottom of the group on 1. In real time, Colombia still 2 points clear of Portugal in the standings. Luis Diaz. Too short for David Machado, but Machado battling superbly. Excellent work. Lama! That was a finger stinger there for Diogo Costa. But here goes João Felix once more, and Sanchez does brilliantly to get there ahead of him.
Oh, excellent recovery. It looked like once again João Felix was going to get the better of him, but Sanchez just gets his body slightly in front of him. He's able to muscle him off the ball.
Could not afford to let João Felix get away there. Puerta. Rodriguez. Arias goes for goal.
Well, we're going to see this for the rest of the night. I think we're going to see waves of time where the players slow down a little bit, possession base, and all of a sudden there's a turn of pace. There's a couple of shots at the moment from distance, trying to test. Obviously, Costa in goal. First one, he got his fist right behind it. It was swerving, dipping.
So it remains goalless here, 10 minutes into the second half. Colombia have never been involved in a goalless draw at the World Cup. This is the 25th match they played over the years at the finals.
Well, the way in which this game's been played, you feel like it's almost an impossibility to be a 0-0. So many chances created, both sides going for it. Portugal obviously desperate to finish top of the group. They're going to have to try and put some more pressure, try and lift the tempo, try and break through this Colombian defence.
Vitinha. Ronaldo. João Neves. Vitinha with options. Renato Vega was one of them. This is João Felix. Can't find a way past Sanchez. John Arias. Back into Santiago Arias. High and long off the boot of Davinson Sanchez. Cordoba scrapping for all he's worth, really testing Ruben Diaz. That was classy play from Ruben Diaz.
He does really, really well because his teammate Ronaldo Vega puts him under a lot of pressure. There was a thought there initially that maybe Cordoba would get there just in time, but Ruben Diaz just kept his calm, kept his cool, and took control of the situation and dealt with it very, very coolly.
Match momentum at the moment. There's a reasonable amount of yellow on that mark.
Yeah, there's been pockets of it, hasn't there? I mean, you can see Colombia have certainly come to life again in this second half. Portugal had a little moment, and everything's come through João Felix. He's the one down the left-hand side that's created real problems. Seems like a different player in this second half already. João Felix lost the ball too many times in that first half. This second half, he's been their major threat.
Back with Ruben Diaz. Pedro Neto's been waiting patiently on this near side. João Neves, possession here from Portugal as they look to try to build up a head of steam here. João Felix, little too high for Cristiano Ronaldo. Two players who've combined pretty well all season for Al Nassr, and the FIFA president enjoying this match here in the heat of South Florida. Puerta. Colombia getting ready to make a couple of changes, by the way. Richard Rios and Luis Suarez are going to come on, but this could open up nicely now for João Felix. It's Ronaldo, and it's wide, and the flag goes up anyway.
Yeah, he looked a long way offside. Cristiano Ronaldo just didn't, again, keep his eye on the line, just drifted. See him now, he can see the line. He's just gone way too early.
Double change here now. Jefferson Lerma, one of the players, coming off. Richard Rios on for him. John Cordoba off, and Luis Suarez on for Colombia. Suarez has had another outstanding season. 38 goals he scored for Sporting. And there we are with Rios on as well, the Benfica player. He was with Palmeiras at the Club World Cup here in the States last summer. He left, and he was a favourite of Jose Mourinho in Lisbon this past season. Well, Néstor Lorenzo there clearly looking to continue the momentum and the intensity of the performance by bringing on some fresh legs here at this stage with half an hour to go.
Yeah, it's very taxing, these conditions. You can see Cordoba's really run a lot of ground in that first half, and into the second half, just some fresh legs. And the midfield as well, a little bit of freshening up for Colombia as they look to try and contain Portugal, but also on the other hand, try and get up the other end and maybe score their own goal.
Have a tester there for Costa from Dallo. Well, he knows where the goal is, Suarez, that's for sure. He scored 4 goals against Venezuela in 67 minutes in the final qualifier. It was a 6-3 win for Colombia. Sanchez. James Rodriguez. Good movement. Santiago Arias. Here's a chance, and it's wide. A rare rare goal-scoring opportunity, and it was Rios who's just come off the bench.
Oh, it's a big chance for Colombia. Rios does so well. He's late running to the box. James Rodriguez once again instrumental in the play. The crossover is brilliant. Rios just can't control his side-foot attempt on goal because the goal was gaping in the far post.
What a way to announce your arrival on the field that would have been.
That would have been the perfect introduction. Should have been at least on target from that sort of area, that unopposed.
He's come off the bench in all 3 of the group games. Richard Rios, regular for Colombia, appearing in every one bar one in the last 2.5 years or so. Here they come with Luis Diaz. No, you don't, says Diogo Dallo. And again, it opens up this game, stretches out.
That's what we see with both sides. The minute they look to go on the attack, you turn over possession, it's a quick counter. So many players are pushed forward.
Uncompromising challenge by Rios on Vitinho. He doesn't want Vitinho to settle on the ball too much. Easy decision for the referee there. That's the set-piece coach for Portugal, Austin McPhee, who spends the rest of the year doing the same job with Aston Villa in the Premier League in England. With some considerable success, it must be said, with some of the routines. Well, they've settled on the plan. Bruno Fernandes looks for Ronaldo. Doesn't quite find him. Goal kick.
Well, you can see there, Sanchez was aware of the threat. The minute Ronaldo makes that run in the box, Diaz is just looking to lob it to him.
It's onside as well.
That was Sanchez does really well. Just gets himself in the way. Prevents Ronaldo getting any opportunity to get ahead on that ball.
This is Rios. Good ball. Rodriguez. Nicely done. Luis Suarez, the substitute. Angles tight. Colombia have a corner.
Yeah, good defender from Vega. He does so well. Renato Vega stays on his feet, doesn't dive in until the last minute, doesn't get sold the first dummy. James Rodriguez once again given that space. That ball is an excellent ball. Suarez looks like he takes that touch. His dummies, you feel like he's going to take it back on his left foot, but decides to try and sneak one in from an acute angle.
Rodriguez. Sanchez getting his head on it, but not in the direction he wanted to.
Yeah, it's the bodies in the box, isn't it? Vega there is the one that just puts the pressure on Sanchez. Knows he can't win the header, but just the slightest little touches doesn't allow him to have that freedom to get a proper direction on that header.
Ruben Diaz is looking for Bruno Fernandes. .25 minutes to go here. Still we await our first goal. John Neves. Well won back by Puerta. Suarez, a little bit short with the pass, got away with it. Rios. Arias. Portugal backpedaling. Colombia threatening. Arias going to save from Diogo Costa.
That's a really good save from the goalkeeper. It takes a deflection, I believe, from Vega. Renato Vega is a diving attempt to try and make the block. There, it's off his body, and the goalkeeper has to react. Does well.
Yeah, splitting noise in the stadium at times. Vega's header away. Luis Diaz can't see a way to get a shot in. Maybe Puerta can. Colombia are knocking on Portugal's door here quite loudly.
That was very, very close. He's hit that so well. Puerta there, right behind it.
More physios called on here. Have a stoppage, and whilst that takes place, we can reflect on what we've just seen.
Yeah, it's a really good strike. Just can't control it. I think Diogo Costa's got it covered. You can see that it starts on target and then just swerves away as he strikes through the ball.
Nuno Mendes, the player receiving treatment, but he's back on his feet. Still goalless. These two teams still locked together, Mark, in every sense of the word.
Yeah, it's been an intriguing encounter between the two, hasn't it? I mean, it's really been end-to-end sort of stuff. At times hectic, other times just really controlled. And again, it's dealing with the conditions, but both sides are looking to try and get the initiative, trying to force the others into making a mistake, win the ball out the pitch, trying to hit them on the counter, expose them. And it's been a really interesting game of football.
Yeah, and the two substitutions made by Colombia seem to have made a little bit of an impact in the last few minutes. Rios has sort of solidified that midfield. He's a really sturdy player, isn't he? And Luis Suarez, he actually is their first choice centre forward anyway, the one who's come on.
Yeah, no, I mean, Suarez obviously, yeah, like you said, slightly different player to Cordoba, hasn't got the physical presence as Cordoba had, but I think if there's the game is opening up a little bit, that's where Luis Suarez can come into his element. And Richard Rios, I mean, what a chance. He could have easily have opened the scoring with a free shot from about 8 yards out, side footer, just gets the timing wrong. Maybe that's to do with coming on when he did. So sometimes a player is just not quite up to speed with that opportunity.
When you look at the intensity of this game, it almost feels like a knockout game already, and considering particularly that both of these teams are going to go through.
Yeah, it is.
Stands. And Matt Damon there discussing what he's seen so far in the second half.
I'm sure he's enjoying the intensity of this game.
So midway through the second half, we still await our first goal of the evening in this enthralling match in Miami. Certainly is one occasion when you can most certainly say that a hydration break or the opportunity to take fluids on board is pretty important for the players. Portugal are going to make a couple of changes. Samu Costa, I think, is going to come on, and so is Rafael Leao. And players going off, João Felix, and also going off, I think, Vitinha. Yes, Vitinha. It's 1-1 in the other match in the group, by the way. TR Congo have equalised against Uzbekistan. So Samu Costa on. He was something of a surprise call-up in the spring, but did well in the games against Mexico and the United States, and got the nod over João Palhinha, who many might have expected to be in Portugal's squad. So it's his first appearance of the World Cup. And Rafael Leao, who plays on the left-hand side, is the clear replacement for João Felix. And Leao of Milan is capable of winning a game on his day, absolutely. Suarez now for Colombia. 20 minutes to go.
It is not Colombia slow game.
Colombia winning the group by 2 points with the draw. Portugal set to finish second. Here's the table in real time as it stands. The Congo's total of 2 points would not be enough to see them through into the knockout stages. Machado. Good ball into Puerta. Puerta finds John Arias, Santiago Arias now. Colombia moving the ball around well here. Rios. Luis Diaz. Puerta leaving it to Rodriguez and David Machado. James Rodriguez looking to roll back the years here at this World Cup. Based in the United States since February with Minnesota United. Just haven't seen too much of him in their jersey so far. Almost one back for Portugal there by Leao.
Yeah, he just poses a different threat for Colombia, doesn't he, Leao? Down that left-hand side. A lot more directness.
Colombia is passing here.
Referee lets play go on. There's tracking back for Portugal to do now. In it comes. Suarez tees it up. Can't quite get the shot away cleanly. And Portugal survived. They certainly had a good number of defenders around the ball there. Ronaldo inadvertently gives it away to James Rodriguez. Now it's with Luis Diaz. Portugal with defending to do. Vega's header away. Rodriguez! And via Renato Vega behind for a corner.
Yeah, really good play again from Colombia. Just that turnover possession. Ronaldo gets dispossessed. They quickly turn it into an opportunity. Luis Diaz's cross in the box was very, very dangerous. Portugal half clear it. And as the ball pops out, it's just last-ditch defending really in the end. I think Diogo Costa had it covered though.
Yeah, quick thinking there by Colombia. Too quick for the referee's liking. It's back out to James Rodriguez. It hangs in the air. Doesn't drop quickly enough. Away comes Nuno Mendes. Portugal get the ball clear, and Colombia howling for a penalty kick for the challenge inside the box. The referee is currently awarded the ball Portugal's way. Here it is again. And he ends up kicking the back of Nuno Mendes as he goes for the ball.
Yeah, Nuno Mendes, I think he's set. He's got his position really well. He's set. Don't think that's a foul. The referee was adamant it wasn't. Suarez goes down. The referee's right on the spot. I think it's good refereeing. Of course, as Portugal look to try and break, Colombia just need to try and squat it, prevent that quick breakaway, and they do it by giving away a foul.
Diogo Dalot, not much room for manoeuvre. Two more changes coming for Colombia shortly. Juan Quintero and Kevin Castaño. They're on the touchline, ready to go. Here's Rafael Leao. No joy for him so far on the far side.
Yeah, he's had really limited opportunities so far. When he has won the ball, initially it's been in his own half and then really quickly dispossessed.
Here come the changes. John Arias, one of the players being replaced, and Castaño on. He's a defensive midfield player from River Plate, who have had a pretty tough year. Great reception for the work rate and the performance of Arias, and also James Rodriguez. Standing ovation all around the stadium here for James Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's been excellent tonight for Colombia. Positional play, little pockets he's found himself in. Whatever on the ball, he just looks such a threat. And he's just the absolute. He's the one that just pulls all the strings for Colombia in midfield.
Well, they'll be looking for Quintero to try to do that. He also is with River Plate these days. Had half an hour against DR Congo in the last match. Oh, look at Rafael Leao go. Searing burst of pace. Had the ball gone behind? Yes, it had. Corner. First corner of the game for Portugal, by the way.
Yeah, they've been really quiet in the second half. certainly like entries in that final third, they've struggled. Colombia's been the dominating team.
Full house here, 64,478. Jimmy Butler watching the match, the NBA star, Golden State Warriors these days. Renato Vega is wandering up towards the far post area. And Bruno Fernandes is taking his time here. Ronaldo loitering in the goal, hoping nobody notices his presence. Referee tells him to get back on the pitch. 12.5 minutes to go. What have Portugal got up their sleeve here? It's back out to Dalot. Why is it not too far wide? Certainly from his reaction, it didn't look as if it was far wide.
Yeah, it looked very, very close from this angle, didn't it? To try and curl it into that far post area. Still had a bit to do. I don't think Camilo Vargas was too concerned about it. It was probably more Dalot's frustration of not being able to keep that on target. But nicely worked first corner for Portugal in this game.
It's Davinson Sanchez trying to craft a pass up to Luis Suarez. Bit of space here for Rios. It's Quintero initially. Bit of room now. David Machado trying to tee it up. Diaz! Not enough time and space inside the box for it. And here come Portugal with Pedro Neto. Free kick. He hasn't seen too much of the ball in the second half, Pedro Neto on this near side.
Yeah, both the wide players have struggled for real any kind of ball possession. We saw Joel Felix had a little bit in that sort of early stage of the second half. He caused some real threat down the left-hand side for Portugal. But since then, it's really, they've been starved of any real type of service.
Room for Ronaldo. Into Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo now for Portugal. Trying to tee it up. And they will have to settle for a corner.
Yeah, good little play down the left-hand side. Ronaldo's running behind was a really good one. And his attempt to try and chip it across the face of the goal. This is the man, Davinson Sanchez, reads it really well. Adjusts just enough.
Portugal fans quickly rather drowned out by the majority inside the stadium, despite their best efforts. It's a wonderful atmosphere here. Portugal's turn to ask questions. Over it comes, comfortably away. Breakaway could be on. Luis Diaz. He's got support on the near side. And hurtling forward with the opportunity to send it into the penalty area. It was Quintero. Cut out by Diogo Dalot. DR Congo now leading Uzbekistan by 2-1. As it stands, that means that they would qualify as one of the best third-place teams for the round of 32. So they've turned that match around, having been behind for quite a while. Other game in this group, Group K. Here's the table in real time with Colombia still leading the way. At the moment, it's Colombia against Ghana in the round of 32, and it would be Portugal, Croatia. Richard Rios with the challenge on Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, a little bit of coming together there. Often we see that in this tournament so far. That's a lot of that's been let to play on. Well, I think it was pretty fortunate for Portugal because Quintero then turns and smashes the ball full length of the, well, 3/4 of the length of the pitch into the back of the net.
We're inside the last 10 minutes of the game. Maybe opportunity knocks here for Portugal.
Yeah, they've had limited opportunities in this second half. They had to rely mostly on set plays and a couple of little incursions in that final third, but nothing really troubling Vargas in goal.
Yeah, Camilo Vargas hasn't had too much to do the longer the game this has gone on. Is that about to change? Nuno Mendes whips it in. Foul inside the box. Free kick for Colombia. Rios involved once more. He was the one who gave the free kick away to start with.
Yeah, he's been in the thick of everything, hasn't he, since he's come on. Been really throwing himself about, just trying to dictate, maintain control of that midfield.
Yuri Djorkaeff there on the bottom right of your picture. It's into Suarez. Diaz back into Gustavo Puerta. Crowd here just being informed of the scoreline in the other match. DR Congo taking the lead against Uzbekistan. This is the ranking for the best third place teams. Those who would, if it stays like this, go through to the knockout stages. Castaño for Colombia. Quintero. Puerta. Closed down rapidly, but keeping hold of the ball. Diaz releasing it. Collected by Juan Quintero. Vega's interception. Kevin Castaño. Possession here from Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia have done really well to control large parts of this second half. They've really dictated the pace. Control of midfield.
Just cannot find a way through against a side they've only conceded once so far at this FIFA World Cup. Pedro Neto leaving it for Fernandez. Heading for the final 5 minutes. A game that certainly had its moments, but so far none of them ending in the back of the net. João Neves. Dalot. Pedro Neto looking to craft an opening. That's Rafael Leao. Away from Richard Rios. Dalot surging forward, can't find a way through, or can he? Easy header away for John Lukumi. And it's out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick, and there will be a yellow card for Gustavo Puerta for an incident earlier on at the other end of the field. The referee's done well there, allowing the play to go and then bringing it back, or at least acting on what he saw earlier on in the passage of play.
Yeah, it's good refereeing. I mean, it happened some time ago, didn't it? So he was on top of it. It was a clear foul.
Puerta not one of those who was already on a yellow card. And now we're going to see Daniel Munoz, who opened the scoring in each of Colombia's first 2 matches here at this World Cup. So there was the foul just a few moments ago. But Munoz now is going to come on to replace Santiago Arias at right back. Well, he certainly will give them added impetus and energy on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's a real big threat for Portugal in this latter stages of this game. Have to be very, very careful. He's been a real threat for Colombia, scoring already 2 goals in this tournament, so he's in red-hot form.
Now they're letting it run, fully aware that he was in an offside position. 3 more minutes plus added time. Well, these two teams have almost played each other to a standstill. They've thrown everything at each other, and they're not done yet. Is it about to open up for Colombia? Rafael Leao gets there at the far post as it spun through the air. Ruben Diaz back brilliantly for Portugal.
Ah, it's a goal-saving challenge from Ruben Diaz.
On Luis Suarez. Colombia keen to get on with it, recycling it quickly. Quintero's ball in. Oh, what a block there by Diogo Costa. And Suarez can't keep it down.
Ah, the ball is such a difficult ball to deal with. Diogo Costa, a little bit unorthodox, but deals with a threat. Suarez just couldn't control his side well. It would have been a spectacular goal. But Colombia, Daniel Munoz, since he's come on straight away, right in the action. Ruben Diaz, that is exceptional defending at the far post. Absolutely brilliant.
World-class defending from Ruben Diaz there to save the day for Portugal, with Colombia pushing for a late winner. Samu Costa leads it. Here comes João Neves. Pedro Neto. Good defending by Machado. We see another change shortly. Roberto Martinez is getting ready to bring on Mateus Nunes of Manchester City. Ruben Diaz.
Portugal have really struggled in the second half to have too many opportunities, trying to make any inroads in this Colombian defence. They've been really rock solid. In midfield, they've been very difficult to break down and get through, even with the pairing of Vitinha and João Neves in that second half, who at early stages looked in control, but Colombia just really intense.
Colombia at the moment set to win the group as it stands, and Portugal set to reach the knockout stage for the 5th time in the last 6 tournaments at the World Cup. Huerta sending it back. Elected here by Castaño. Happy to leave it for Quintero. Now Rios. It's a good ball. First touch for Daniel Munoz into Suarez. Machado. More pressure incoming from Colombia. Tussle there with Pedro Neto and David Machado.
Pedro Neto had to be on him, otherwise couldn't afford to allow him to get that cross it whipped in the box. Colombia just keep creating these chances.
Yeah, well, 5 minutes of additional time, a minimum of. And it comes from Quintero, far post, it's a goal! And the flag goes up. Davinson Sanchez thought he'd won the game there, potentially for Colombia. Flag up straight away on the far side.
And Davinson Sanchez, he thinks he's onside. The linesman was really quick to react, put his flag up. This will be very interesting to see. The pressure has been relentless from Colombia in this last couple of minutes. We see this ball get whipped into the far post.
It's a tight one. It's a very tight one.
I think this could be a goal. That looks very, very tight. What a goal this could be for Colombia.
It's being checked, as you would expect. Change coming now for Portugal. Mateus Nunes is coming on to replace Nuno Mendes. Massive moment.
Oh.
The goal is checked and it is ruled out. And the official's decision on the far side in real time is backed up by the technology. It remains goalless. Well, that certainly was a tight one. Colombia so close to taking the lead right at the end of the game here in added time. Probably 2.5, 3 minutes remaining here before the final whistle. Remember, Colombia have never been involved in a goalless draw at the World Cup finals, ever. Rafael Leao. Pace, skill, looks to find the opening. Was that a cross? Was it a shot? Well, it's behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, I don't think he was really sure himself. I think he's going for the far post. I think he's looking to try and find that far post area. Instead, sort of turns into almost a cross shot.
Well, both sets of players could not have given any more tonight.
Oh, it's just been so full on. Players have thrown themselves right into it. It's been relentless. Both sides have really had a go at this. Certainly, Colombia in this second half have been the more dominant side, the one most likely to score. But always, every time you see Leao down the left-hand side, Portugal have the players that can hurt you.
And DR Congo are now 3-1 up against Uzbekistan. So DR Congo very much with hopes of staying in the competition as well as a best third-place team. Now, Portugal still with some attacking to do and just about enough time in which to do it. Throw for Roberto Martinez's side.
Yeah, you can see that Mateus Nunes has come on. He's come to the right side, and Dello's gone through up to the left.
Leao going down, referee saying get back up onto your feet. Colombia look to break. Luis Diaz, little combination there with Suarez. Time starting to run short. Gustavo Puerta, still with Puerta. Brilliant play. Luis Diaz back into Puerta. Can he get the shot in? Could open up once more, but Diogo Costa takes control of his penalty area.
Yeah, good goalkeeping. Threw himself right in the danger. Possibly copped a little bit of a follow through there. I think it's accidentally there from Munoz. You can see that the offside is so marginally offside.
Could hardly be closer.
Oh, look at that. That is unfortunate. That looked very, very, very close.
Colombia a toe away from taking the lead in additional time at the end of the match. And they've had 24 attempts on goal tonight to Portugal's 13. Colombia have thrown the kitchen sink at Portugal in an attempt to try and win this match. Confirmation of the 3-1 scoreline in the other game. DR Congo will finish third in the group. There can only be seconds remaining. And there is the final whistle. And for the first time ever, Colombia finished goalless at the end of a match in the World Cup finals. And Davinson Sanchez is left disappointed that he was fouled.